All right, welcome, guys. Episode 154 of TRJ, The Running Journey, about to get going here. This one is me, my brother, and a special guest, the second fastest Manitoban ever to run a marathon, 2 hours, 19 minutes. Simon Berube also has the third fastest 800-meter time ever. He's got a whole bunch of really interesting things that he's working on. He wants to do a sub 4-minute mile. He wants to some 10K stuff. We talk a bit about his journey. He talks a lot about training. We talk about training tips. Man, this guy went out and just ran his first ever marathon. He's a Manitoban. And after running his first ever marathon, after 5 years of track, he ran a 2:19. 2:19. Could you imagine? He didn't know what to expect. Obviously, marathons are hard. We've talked about it a lot on this channel, but he's just one of these guys. We sat down with him. Immediately, his passion for running just jumps out at you. And I really like chatting with him. This is one of these guys where I feel like Charlie and I could have talked for hours and hours and hours. A good Franco-Manitoban boy, French Canadian, just like us. So we really like him. I'm a big fan of Simon Berube. Simon Berube, thank you for coming on the show. You're going to love this episode, guys. Enjoy. Welcome, guys. Today's guest, Simon Berube. Crazy thing about this guy. He just became the second greatest, fastest marathoner that Manitoba has ever produced, and he did it in his very first marathon. Last month in Indianapolis, he ran a 2:19, and I believe that's the third fastest marathon, but the first sub 2:20 by anyone in like 40 years. And you did it from a track background, not a lifelong marathoner. So we're pumped to have you here. Former University of Manitoba Bison, provincial record holder for track, full-time phys ed teacher, son of longtime Bison's head coach Claude Berube, a staple in the running community for a very, very long time and in the French community. This was not supposed to be, I think, your main event, but I'm wondering if this now might have changed things. Simon, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Man, crazy. I want to ask you an open-ended question first. Have you come down from this marathon that you did 1 month ago in Indianapolis, or just over a month ago, I guess? Have you come down from that? Are you still kind of fired up about it?
I'm definitely still very excited about the results. I have come back down. Started training again and just realizing how tough it is to get back from a break. So it's definitely kind of kicking me in the butt right now. But yeah, I know the excitement hasn't really worn off too much, and I'm really excited for my next ones.
What is the next one? We'll get to your journey in a sec, but I'm curious.
Potentially going back to Indy next year again.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's a long time away.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to the explanation behind that.
Okay. Right on. Tell me a bit about your running journey, where you started, how you I have an idea how it started, but I don't want to put words in your mouth. I mean, I know that your dad's been a staple in the community for a long time, but how did your running journey start?
Well, initially I was a hockey player and I played soccer, and obviously my dad had a huge influence in me joining track, but I kind of did it to become better at the other sports. So I wanted to get more fitness and just be better at endurance. I was a hockey goalie, so not really that much endurance, but I played midfield in soccer. So I was like, oh, I'll join track and help me with that. And then quickly kind of realized that was my calling.
Crazy. Like you, Charlie, and me, we started running because we wanted, well, for sure for me, I wanted to be a better hockey player for my beer league hockey team. How old were you when you started running?
Grade 9. So probably 13 or 14, I started training competitively.
Okay. And that would have been like at Louis track, or were you on a track club?
I was at CSLR as a student, and I joined Tough Track as the first club that I joined.
Okay, cool.
Okay, with John Coffin? Not at the time.
He wasn't there at the time. No, it was with a coach named Andy Tuff.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've read about him. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you started that pretty young, then. That's how was that in high school? Were you doing lots of how does it look in high school, that training?
For me, it wasn't as nearly as serious as it is now. Like I'm glad that I kind of went through that program and had my dad to help me, because you really want to look at like a long-term athlete
Yeah.
development, instead of just kind of doing as much as you can as fast as you can. So I wasn't very good to start. I was getting last place in some of my first meets, but I still liked it. Probably by grade 11, grade 12, then I started really kind of hitting the podium at high school meets and qualifying for nationals and stuff like that, and getting more serious with my training. But it took a couple of years to really improve a lot.
When you started, you were doing like once a week kind of a track club, or was it like twice a week kind of thing?
It was twice a week to start, I believe, and then moved to 3 times. But I would just run at practice. Like I wouldn't do any kind of running outside of workout days. I would
Really?
just go to the
Yeah.
track and just sprint
No
basically.
easy miles,
Twice a week.
all out.
And you were doing, which event were you in?
800.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Your
Talk
most painful-
talk to us about the 800. I haven't run it since grade 7. So
Oh, it sucks.
yeah. What's the feeling? Like, how does it feel?
I mean,
Curious.
if we're talking about a outdoor 8, the first lap feels good.
Yeah.
And then once you get to like 500 to 600 meters, like you just feel like, when's the race over? Like you
And
can't feel
always
legs
always
anymore.
positives, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it's a really hard event.
Yeah.
That's what I competed in all the way through university, and then kind of graduated to more longer stuff. But in high school, I was really into the 800.
So you're doing the 800 in high school, you're competing, you're winning stuff, and you're going to nationals and stuff. So that probably led to some sort of offer or idea that you'd go to university to do track.
Yeah, funny story. I actually did get an offer from one university. All the Canadian universities kind of knew Claude, so they didn't really ask me. I'm assuming they thought I was just going to go to U of M by default. But I got an offer from University of Moncton, which is Canadian, but it's also
UofM, les Aigles Bleus.
yeah.
I went there. I played university sports there.
Oh
So
wow. Okay,
yeah,
I did not know that. Awesome.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
played volleyball. I wasn't a good athlete like you were for sure. So, anyways, you got an offer from U of M, invested Moncton.
yeah. They don't have a as deep program, I should say, for track. So I got that offer in grade 11, and then in grade 12, I got an offer from the University of Idaho. But I also got the same offer at the same time as 2 other of my teammates, and it was cool. But I didn't really want to leave home. I don't think I was mature enough, honestly, to be living by myself. But I'm glad I went to U of M. Like we travel so much. I say we if I'm on this team, but when I was on the team, we travel a lot compared to other Canadian teams. So it's really nice to be able to go down south, be close to like Fargo, Minneapolis, and you can go to Saskatoon and stuff like that. So a lot of good opportunities at U of M. So I'm
Is
glad
it
I
a
went.
good program? It's a pretty good program, right?
Number 2 in the nation right now.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of knew that, but and what does the track season look like at the university? Like, is it like volleyball wasn't year round? Like we didn't play, and then the rest of the time we were focusing on studies.
Yeah, so it's a little different in Canada than the US. The US there's 3 full seasons. There's cross country, indoor track, and outdoor. In Canada, just because weather constraints and scheduling, I guess there's no outdoor season because there's still snow on the ground when
Just
NCAA.
no outdoor season.
Yeah. But we have cross country. Usually we'll start meeting in early August, start training for that. Nationals happens around Remembrance Day, and then kind of do a pivot, start indoor track training around like a week after that, and then nationals around beginning of March, which by the way, nationals is here 2 years in a row now. So this year and in 2027, we're hosting the national championships at U of M.
Let's go.
Wow.
Come one,
Yeah.
come all.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you're I guess it's kind of pretty much year round. So I guess that would be hard. I'm guessing that's why you can't just squeeze in a marathon build in there, is because you're doing track all the time.
No, like it's way different mindset. Like when you're in university, obviously there's the whole school side, but you're really pushing a lot of meets. Like I think I went 5 weekends in a row competing once to 5 separate
Really?
meets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a heavy
And
schedule.
all 800, like you were just doing the 800 or did you have other events?
No, you were doing more at that point, right?
Yeah, like there were some meets I would do, like a 600, a 4x4 relay.
600?
Super common distance, 600 meters. Super common.
It's weird, I guess, to say. Yeah, it's an indoor only distance.
Yeah, 3 laps on the indoor.
Yeah.
And
So
on a 600, do you guys, how does the start work? Is there like a curved line, or how does
you stay in your lane for, I think, 2 turns, then you cut into lane 1.
Okay. So a lot of elbowing and stuff in that one, or no?
It's like I know track's not a contact sport, but honestly, it is, like, especially
The 600. I can't believe like, so it must be physical, like, because you're going so fast and
like passing. It's so tough to pass. The curves are so quick on the 200-meter track. You're always in a curve, so you kind of have to pass in the straightaways. So you're limited to like 60
obviously
meters.
we've never seen a 600-meter race, but
I didn't know there was a 600-meter race.
I think it would be awesome to see one.
How strong are you in the 500-meter distance?
I've never run one of those. Those are only run in the States. It's either like
there's a 300 though, isn't there? Like a 300 world record and
anyways, it's 600.
We're not disrespecting you and track, by the way. Here we're just curious.
We're just curious. No, we love it. Yeah,
all good. Yeah.
So you were saying you track all the time. You're always doing meets. So like you're not really ever tapering. You're always, so your routine must have been just crazy back then in university.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's meets every weekend almost. And then
what would the week have been like, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, so it's pretty similar to what I do now. I just do a lot more running now. But Monday,
a lot of jogging, a lot of slow jogs now compared to before.
Yeah, like practices have always been for me and the group I train with Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And then Monday, Wednesday, it's kind of just an easy jog. And then Sundays, long run. But
and that's what you did during track at university also. You would do a long run.
I was really bad at that. I said I didn't do any like easy running in high school. My first like 4 years university, I barely did any easy runs.
Wait, you would just skip them, or you would go hard?
Well, I would go pretty hard in practice. Like I was really good at working out.
I
wasn't really worried about my aerobic endurance for the 800, which now I look back on it, like it obviously helped my last lap. But
you chose to not do the long one because you're like, you know what? I'm only doing 800. I got this. Like I'm gonna crush the other workouts, and I don't need the long one.
But let's back that up. I think my theory is that you weren't entirely convinced that they were useful as now you are, maybe.
Yeah.
So therefore, you'd had less motivation to do them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my theory. Yeah.
It's a little bit of me just not wanting to do it because I thought it was like boring to go out and run.
But had you known it's like, okay, it's gonna shave 1 second off my 800 meter.
Probably would have done it.
Yeah. Like if you would have known that for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you were doing whatever you needed to do to cut your time, I'm sure, during the 4 year. You did 4 years at university, right?
5
years of track.
Yeah.
Wow. That is awesome. And what, like,
living the life?
No kidding. What were the highlights like, and your best kind of personal accomplishments? A couple podiums? I have no idea. And what were the highlights aside from the podiums?
Well, in 2019, like the 2018-19 season, I was Bison Sports Athlete of the Year. So
I think I remember reading that in the paper, actually.
La Liberté for sure. Front page news, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know if they caught up on that, but that one, and then definitely the 4x8 relay we won in 2019. at
Won
home.
like the
So
national championship?
Yeah.
Wow.
4x8 relay. That sounds like a fun event.
That's the best event in indoor track for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Cool.
that was and sorry,
Who were your teammates for that 4x800?
There was Jack Taylor, Connor Boyd, Matthew Van Schepdale, and then myself.
Okay, Matthew, I've seen his name in races, but he's around here still.
Don't really run anymore, like sometimes, but they're not.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats. That is awesome.
Yeah,
So,
congrats to all of you guys. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
And you would have gotten some meets where you finished third or fourth in your personal events or whatever, probably, right?
Yeah, like Canada West, which is kind of our conference. I won the 1K, which is also a weird distance.
1K? You won the 1K?
He was hesitant to tell us that because we laughed so hard at the 600.
No, 1K is awesome. 1K should be a distance.
1K is a distance, absolutely. What's your
Yeah.
time in the 1K to win when you won the Canada West? Or what's your PB?
I won it in 2 minutes 27. My
That
best is
is
2:25.
so fast.
Yeah.
My God, that's fast. What was your best in the 800?
151.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so fast. So fast.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing some of the highlights were like you got to travel, you got to see the country, you probably did some US meets, you spent some time with the track team on the road.
Yeah, like I went all the way to Victoria for cross country, and then the other way I went to Quebec City. So I've been like coast to coast basically with the team, and it's all free for athletes. So
Yeah.
I mean, pay a lot in tuition, but if you make the team, it's a free trip. So it's always a great time.
So I'm curious, after you maybe win an event and like let's say the 8x800, and you guys are all college athletes, is there a bit of celebration happening after, or because I know sometimes runners are a bit nerdy and stuff, but like, yeah, I'm curious.
Like a party or like?
Yeah, did you get shit faced?
Did you guys celebrate your victory after with some kind of party or anything?
There are dedicated like Instagram pages for after parties at conference meets and national championships. So there's always an organized party. Yes.
And is it a heavy drinking culture? Or
no, we don't drink a lot. So 2-3 beers will be enough for runners usually.
That'll do it for sure.
Yeah, but there's always a little celebration, not just our team, like it's every team that goes to this, and it's like at a bar in the city after the meet.
Oh, cool. So it's like an organized post-meet celebration. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I want to go back to your training. When you were doing track training, I don't want to ask you how many kilometers a week you were doing, or maybe I'll ask you that, but I know it's not that relevant because a lot of these Monday, Wednesday, Thursday practices or whatever were high intensity, probably hour and a half track meets, maybe longer. But were you doing less mileage then than today? And obviously way more intensity, I would imagine.
Yeah, a lot less mileage, honestly. Like I said before with the long run, I don't think I did over 10 miles on one run until my third year of university. So like
it was a grind. That must have been like, it felt like a grind for you, I'd imagine.
Oh, it was horrible. Yeah.
Okay.
But
and you're so used to running like fast that time 10 mile can feel like a grind.
Yeah. So probably around I work in miles, which might be weird, but I'll try and do some quick conversions.
It's all good.
We do both.
Okay. Yeah. I was probably topping out at 30 miles a week tops when I was training in university for the 800. And that includes high intensity stuff. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
But I was on the lower end. Like there was people on my team that were doing the right thing and training and doing off day runs. I was kind of relying. I don't want to say I was like super talented, but I definitely had some natural speed. So relied a lot on that.
And this whole time your dad was coaching you at the university.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was good. Yeah. I didn't see any like, it was never weird or anything like that. Yeah.
Did he ever see your Sunday long run log and be like, hey, yeah, you got to do your run. What's going on here?
He would definitely like mention it, but it was my choice.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he
Oh,
said,
I see you missed the Sunday run again.
yeah,
Something
yeah.
like that, like a dad would say.
Yeah. Hey, are you sure you already did your run, or are you gonna do it after your big breakfast here? No, I'm not running today, Dad. That's my dad's voice. I was
Yeah.
imitating my own dad. Okay, so did it change your relationship at all?
I don't think so. Like I think we even before I joined the team at university, I was still with my other coach. So when I came in my first year, then I changed to Claude, but we were still talking about track before. Like I was still into the sport. So um, if anything, we just talked a little bit more about my classes, and
You got to hang out more. You got to bond
yeah,
more.
yeah. Like there's a team room for the athletes, for the track athletes. So his office is attached to it. So
I
I said,
think
see
it's
him.
got to be the greatest thing, one of the coolest things ever to be able to work with your dad as a coach in running. Like I think of my son now who's going to be 18, and man, if I got to like do that with him, it'd be the like I'm jealous of you and your father. How cool that was. That should have been. So congrats, and I'm happy for you guys. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
When did you? Okay, so you finished university. You started a career. I'm going to transition you now into. I want to talk about this race that you did,
Sure.
and I don't know, Charlie, if you want to ask more about, but we can get back to it. But at what point did you decide you were going to run a marathon?
Oh, it took a long time. Like
Yeah.
I graduated in 2020. It was my last race, my last national championship for university was March 3rd or 4th, 2020. And then a week later, everything shut down. So that's how long
COVID.
ago I graduated. So I wasn't really thinking at all about a marathon until probably early 2025. Uh,
But what was the longest like race you had done prior to ending university? Like so, like I would imagine it was probably your cross country, but what
Yeah,
was
so I did
the
a 10K, but on the track, probably I did a 3K once a year.
yeah.
Just to get
So
points for the club.
it was at our inter squad meet at the start of the year, so it didn't even really count. It's just to kind of test fitness.
So how competitive were you in that 3K that didn't count?
Um, I it's all right. Like it's
Okay.
track is way different because like everything is all about your time, right? Like in a marathon, if you run 2:30 on a flat course versus 2:30 on a hilly course, like it's a completely different thing, right? But track
Yeah.
is it's all time, so you're just always comparing yourself to other people. So in comparison to others, I wasn't that competitive, but on my team, I was doing okay.
I think Charlie means like, were you fired up? Were you fired up? Did you want to win bad?
Oh yeah, I always want to win when I
Yeah.
step
Okay.
on the line.
Yeah, that's kind of more what I meant.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Well, either way, both of them though. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
So you didn't do more than 10K, and you did a 3K once a year. COVID happens, but
Mhm.
like now you graduated, you got a job, you start your career, you're kind of starting a new life, you're adulting. Uh, I learned that word from my kids. And are you still running?
Yeah, like I had
You kept running during COVID and all the way through?
yeah, I think honestly COVID helped me a lot because I moved out into the house I'm at now. At the time it was two other guys on the team. So it was just three guys that ran all the time. So we ran together and worked out together during COVID because we could. So that definitely boosted my fitness a lot. Just training with the guys that were living here at the time.
Sounds like the coolest thing ever, to be honest. Like, sounds awesome. I love like doing track with people, and I don't get to do it often, but when I do, I cherish it. It's really, I really enjoy it. It's fun.
Yeah, it's way better to run with someone than it is to run alone. Sometimes there's moments where I like running alone, but most of the time I'd rather be with someone else.
So you're running with these guys, you're doing miles, COVID happens, COVID passes, you're still just running and staying in shape and running, and at some point you're like, I'm going to do a half or like a 10K or no.
Yeah. So in 2021, I think I did my first half. We did a time trial because we were running so much and there was no races. Um, Maybe it was 2020. I can't remember. It was October. I remember that. But we were just running and we're like, okay, we're fit. So we might as well just try running a half for fun. So we went based on our watches. So like a GPS thing. But I think I ran like 108.50 or something like that.
Your first ever half marathon?
Yeah.
108.
It was like unofficial, obviously. It was just off my watch, but yeah. And then that kind of sparked, I guess it kind of told me that I was capable of running fast on the road as well. And my endurance was better than I thought it was. So that kind of made me sign up for a half every year. Like I've done the fire paramedic one 3 times now, maybe 4.
The WFPS?
Yeah, it's something I really like.
You must be close to the winning times at that.
I won it once.
Okay.
I've been second, I think 3 times, maybe twice. Yeah.
And who did you lose to? Tristan? No.
No, Sam Vincent. I don't
Oh, yeah,
know.
Sam Berube.
Oh
Yeah, he's kind of good. I think he
Yeah,
ran
the one time I ran a 5K with him, he was 13 something. So
yeah, I know he's really good. And then Daniel Hestruck beat me one of the years as well.
Yeah,
I've lived and trained with him as well in the past. We train together still multiple times a week. So yeah.
Man, that's crazy. I think I've talked about this on the podcast before, Charlie, where like, you read about like an Olympic runner doing his first ever marathon and people are like hyping him up and, oh, he does a 2:03 or something like that. I think it was a Kenyan or an Ethiopian recently, his first marathon. I was like, how does this happen? And I guess this is kind of your story. I mean, it's not 2:03.
yeah. Well, what's his name? The 1,500-meter runner, Jakob Ingebrigtsen. Did you see his first half marathon? So
yeah,
he was like out with the leaders for the first 10K, and then he just collapsed and like he kind of walked and ran, but it's still a 1:03 or something.
Yeah, he actually broke the Norwegian 10K road record through that half.
Yeah, through the first. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm going for it, and then he just kind of collapsed. But still, like it was like a 1:03, I think.
Yeah.
But we always say, Charlie, marathons are hard. But I guess if you've done track for 5 years and you just build up your base a bit, I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away.
Yeah, I'm sure they're probably even harder.
I know, but man, he did a 2:19. 2:19. That is so fast. Like, I mean, I don't need to tell you that.
Yeah, it's a different ballgame. Like I've done 5, I think, halves now, and you can kind of get away with. I don't want to say like faking it without.
So you're talking about half versus full, or what?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So the half, like I've done like interval workouts on the road where we have like timed reps, like a 20-minute rep and then a 10-minute rep, like repetition.
Yeah.
So I'll go like pretty fast on those, but I never did any like long runs, like specific session long runs, and never took any nutrition during the half. So
yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay.
Why?
It's only an hour for him. So
yeah, so you can kind of, like I said, fake it or get away with it, right? So that distance, I would usually start to fall apart at 11 miles. So then I was like, okay, well, I can't do that again I can't do that for a full. So I really had to change my training. I mean, I guess we can get into that eventually. But
Yeah. Well, maybe
what's like the difference? Like for me, I think it's about 20 seconds a mile difference, a half marathon pace versus for you. It must be even tighter. It must be a little bit tighter.
Yeah, I think my half and full are 16 seconds, but I think I can go faster than the half and the full.
Yeah. You think you're
16
comparatively better in the half than the full? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Honestly, all of my halves I've run pretty much solo. I hadn't had anybody to run with, so I don't know. I would have to enter a race where I'm like in a pack and see what I can do, because it's way easier to run with people, like I've said.
Really? Even like you think it makes that much of a difference, eh?
Oh yeah. like
just
5
because
seconds.
just because you want to stay with them, or is it
Just
the wind, or
the
Well,
what's
there's
the
drafting and the fact
Yeah.
that like you're just like, I don't know. I think there's some psychological like benefits as well, just running in a pack versus running by yourself.
Maybe I'll try that at my next marathon. Find a pack and just run with it. I've never
Yeah.
done it.
Rob, you need to come and pace my next marathon.
Where is it? LA?
LA,
The week after Tokyo?
Yeah.
Dude, you'll be pacing me the way you're going right now.
Anyways, yeah.
Sorry, Simon, for bringing
All
our
good,
brother
it's all good.
dynamics into this. Why don't you tell us about your race? No, let's talk about the training. Let's talk about the decision to do a marathon, and then we'll do the training. And then I want to ask you about your race.
Okay, so you want me
So
to
you've
go
done
through?
these
Wait. So, did you
Go ahead.
not break some records in between then in like Masters track or anything like that?
This winter, like 2025 in March, I ran the provincial indoor record for the 15.
So it was
No
the
big
provincial.
deal.
That I thought I read that. Yeah, provincial indoor record
What's
Yeah.
that record?
for the 1500 meter. That's a big event. Wow.
Yeah, so that's actually,
So
I guess
who'd you beat? Who'd you beat?
oh, there was like no one else in the race.
No, but whose record? Who had the
Oh,
previous record?
Henry Clausen.
Okay.
I don't know
And-
if you know the name.
No. So okay. Now let's go back. Sorry. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
What
And
was
you
the
had
time?
3 minutes 46 seconds.
Wow.
So
yeah.
you would have broken the 4-minute mile? Close, pretty close.
So not quite. Like I guess we skipped that entire part where I went from 800 to 1500 meter running. But
yeah,
after university, I basically switched from the 8 to the 1500 and found way better potential there. And I ended up running 3 minutes 42 in the 15 in 2024, which is about a 3:59 mile.
That's what you need. 3:42 for the.
yeah.
Do you ever break a 4-minute mile? Do you ever try?
Ran 4:01.
4:01.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
So I haven't done it. I don't know if it's going to happen anymore because we'll see how many more 1500s and miles I have in me, but I'm kind of liking the longer stuff right now.
Okay, but let's say you go. I'm not an expert, but let's say you do a bunch of longer stuff for a while, and then take like a month or 2 or 2 months, and then go back to the speed. Like, would the longer stuff maybe help you kind of get there?
Yep. Yeah. So that's actually where I'm at right now. I did the whole marathon block and then took 2 full weeks off and then started training again at the end of November. And right now I'm training for a 10K. That's in
A 10K.
April. And also I'm going to do a mile indoors. So I'm kind of right in that middle of going back into the speed stuff.
Okay, when is your mile indoors and for what event? Because I'd love to see that.
Yeah, one of those.
It's the provincial. It's kind of is what we call age class championships, but it's our provincial meets. I think it's February 27th or something like that. But right now I feel like I'm not ready at all to run anywhere near that. Like I would maybe run like a 4:08 mile, but we'll see where I'm at. Yeah.
Okay. Well, 4:08. I mean, it's not terrible.
No,
yeah, no, that's awful. Yeah, 4:08 mile is
pretty terrible.
Like it's the difference between 4:08 and 4:01 is immense in track.
Yeah. We know we're kidding.
But obviously, like I think, and I've seen this with other runners, is you do the base, you do the long thing, you take the weeks off, you come, and then once you start firing on all cylinders, all of a sudden.
Okay, I gotta hang up here. I'll be back in a second.
Okay, you just find all this speed, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You just find all the speed.
Yeah, that's usually what my seasons look like every single, like multiple times a year. There'll be a bigger base season of just building mileage and aerobic, I guess, capacity, and then getting more specific with whatever distance I want to run. So if it's a 1500 meter, then every week we'll get more and more intense on some of the workouts until we get to the race. Then I hit a pretty big taper and get ready to race.
Okay, I do want to ask you what your track workouts look like, but then I also want to ask you how the 800 to 1500 thing progressed before we get into the other story. So like, give me some examples of, I mean, I do a lot of track workouts. I work with Greg Penner from Arete, and like a lot of 800s with like a break in between and 400s with a break in between. We might fire some kilometer intervals in between. Is that similar kind of stuff you do?
Yeah, yeah. It's just all playing with the rest and the speed at which the rep is done. So when I get really close to racing, like if I'm just trying to remember one of the workouts right now, I think I did like a couple of reps to warm up, so like 3x400, like 3 400 meter reps, just to kind of get the legs moving, and then the main set of the workout would be like 2 800s with 1 minute rest, but at like 2 minute flat pace. So like 4 minute mile pace.
Yeah.
And then a couple other reps after to kind of just get the lactic out of the legs, like something like that. They
So
vary a
you're
lot.
not going, so that's like 9 seconds from your PB. So it's like a 9 on the RPE, or would it be more like an 8.5 on the rate of perceived exertion? Like, are you going all out for those?
No, like that's kind of what
You're
I'm
saving a little
aiming
bit in
to
the
run
tank.
twice in a row in a race. So
Got
it's
it.
not yeah, 8.5 probably, maybe closer to a 9, I guess.
Okay. I'll leave that aside for now. So you started realizing you're really good at 1500s.
Mhm.
You want to tell us about that, how that happened?
Well, I started running more of them outside, like in our outdoor track season, and then I ended up running under 350. And that was, I think, right before COVID, and then started doing a lot more mileage. So just getting more, I guess, endurance again. And then the summer we could travel, I went to Ontario. No, I went to Oregon first. So I actually ran at Hayward Field in Oregon, and I ran 346, which was a big breakthrough for me.
Wow.
And then that same season later, I ran 342, which was like number 3 all time in Manitoba. So I was like, okay, I guess this is my event now. I'm kind of done with the 800.
Leave that behind. Anyways, the 800 is not fun anyways.
No, I mean the 1500 hurts a lot, but it's not the same kind of hurt.
Less peak agony.
Yes,
For
just a
longer.
longer burn.
Yeah, I prefer that. And if you like the marathon, you're probably, less peak agony for way longer.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way the last 10K. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a lot of agony, but it's a fun agony, I think, because it's a manageable agony. It's more manageable than the 800 and the 1500 for way longer, obviously. So
Yes.
as though I know anything about running, to the guy who's run the third fastest 800 and the third fastest marathon. You have the third fastest 1500 and the third fastest time in the marathon.
I actually second in the 15 now, and then third in the marathon.
That's crazy.
Manitoba,
that's a wide swath to be good.
That was the same year.
That's unbelievable. Which means all those distances in between, you're also top or elite. Obviously, if you crush the marathon and you crush the.
Yeah, I haven't like really gone into big races for like anything in between. Like I've basically exclusively ran the 1500 meter during the summer, and then either a half marathon, and now I guess a marathon in the fall.
No, I get it. But if you're good at those two, you're likely good at all in between. You would just have to build for that specific race and do
exactly.
Like if you build for a 10K, you would probably have a very good 10K time.
Yeah.
Which is what you're doing now, even though you say you're not fast. But what do you want to do for that 10K? Like 20, I don't know, 31 minutes? I don't even know. What do you want to do?
Last year I ran 29:38, so under 29:30 I think would be great.
Under 29:30. I didn't know if Manitobans were doing sub 30 10Ks, but because
yeah, I think it's myself and Sam Vincent has run under 30, like way under 30. I think he's closer to 29:10. Yeah.
Okay. I did 41 minutes with my dog at the.
That's very good. Yeah.
Yeah, with Curly, the dog. We won the Fast and Furry last year. It was the highlight of the year. Okay, so you're doing the 1500. You did the races. Now I want to take you to the decision. If I left anything out, feel free to add. But the decision to run a marathon.
Yeah,
I want to ask about the race too. Like I want to talk about your race.
Yeah. So I guess the decision was I was kind of curious about seeing if I get into an elite field anywhere. So I started looking around, went on like Find My Marathon, and started looking at the calendar and seeing what kind of marathons lined up with my training blocks. Because I was racing a 1500 meter in Montreal in August, so I needed something that was like a little bit later, So I was looking at Toronto, but I think it was this October 19th, which would have been like 7 weeks of training for a marathon, which is not really enough, I'd say, to get a full block. So then I found Indy, and I had just got the elite qualifier. So I applied for that, got in.
So they have specific elite qualifiers that are not based on marathon times. I didn't know that. Oh, I guess you can get in with a half, obviously.
Actually, I got in with my 10K.
Okay, and your 10K. All right, cool.
That's the shortest distance they allow for for qualification. So I think for them it's like 29:45 for 10K, 106 flat for a half, or 220 for the marathon. So now I reapplied already for the marathon time.
And why Indy? Oh, the time-wise, obviously flat, I would imagine. Good temperature, obviously.
And
they
then
have an
also
elite field.
Yeah, so the elite field. So start at the front, and then the biggest thing for me was the bottles. I wanted to race with my own like nutrition as well.
Okay. Charlie and Johnny and Carolyn Coffin just went down and did the marathon project, and
Yep.
you know they tout that as a huge advantage. Is there prize money at that race?
Yeah. I finished
No.
15th. So
15th, but I mean 15th, that's still good. Okay, so you're like, by the way, how fun is it to look for a race? Is it the funnest thing? One of the funnest things when you start Googling and looking and on calendars and
yeah, I think it's really fun as well. I like to look around and see where I can kind of get in. But maybe one day when I decide to kind of leave the track behind, I'll be able to look at some spring stuff. But I'm only looking at fall marathons right now.
Yeah, okay. One a year because of because of the 10K that you want to do coming up, and then
back to track stuff.
And you're going to run 1500s and 3000s maybe outdoor.
Maybe one 5K, but
One 5K.
We'll see. Yeah, then back to marathon. Honestly, I'm gonna be 29, so I'm looking more towards the longer stuff. So like I'm more interested in the marathon now.
Yeah, because you haven't even peaked. You haven't even started peaking for that. You got like years before you peak.
Yeah.
You're not old like me and my brother. You can dig in and improve every single race. Like for you to run a 2:19 on your absolute first race, that is like, what number do you think is real for you?
I think 218 low, hopefully.
218 low this year.
I think so. Yeah, I like to think that I have a lot of past like fitness, so I don't want to sound like mean or anything, but I have like 10 years of training, whereas I have a good coach and I know what my body can handle, and I've looked into research and stuff for the marathon. So I feel like it wasn't that surprising that I was able to do that. But I don't think my ceiling is as high as people think it is. Because I've had people message me like, "Oh, you're gonna go 212." It's like I don't think so. I think I'm closer to my ceiling than people think. So I don't know
because when you compare your other distance PBs.
Well, that, and like I know how to train a little bit more than maybe somebody who hasn't raced for 10 years, decides to run a marathon, and then improves by 20 minutes the next time. Like it's not going to happen.
Yeah, like the first time I did my marathon, I did a 5:50 something, and then I trimmed an hour within.
Exactly.
Yeah, I trimmed another hour my next race. It was like, okay. So you're saying you're not, but I want to push back here a little bit, Simon. And I get that you're saying that you're optimized already and your body's a well-oiled machine and you've been doing this for a while. But don't you think the base, that the years of miles, like someone once told me that you don't peak in marathon running until you got like 6 years of like year-round heavy mileage build.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
So like,
I don't think I've peaked yet. And to be honest, going into the race, I thought 222 or 223 was my fitness. And then I ran 219. So again, maybe my 218 is lowballing what I can do. But yeah, I think the training that I've done in the past definitely helped get me to 219. And I don't know, I just rambling now, but I think 218 hopefully this year would be great just to get the record and then maybe do another one.
Oh yeah, you gotta get the record. You missed the record by like 20 seconds or something? Less than a minute, right?
Yeah, it was like 30 seconds or something like that.
Were you, sorry, I missed a couple of things. Were you even aware of what the Manitoba record was before you ran it, or no?
No.
Okay.
So you had no clue that you had to go out but I mean, I'm sure you left it all out there. That it wasn't in the cards that
Yeah, for sure.
No,
but like now that you were like close, now it's like, okay, there's this thing I can go do, right?
Yeah.
And okay, Simon, take me through that race if you don't mind. And I know you've probably done this many times, but I mean, I don't know. Did you do a negative? Did you how was your nutrition? Talk me through that Indy race.
I can get really specific if you want with nutrition. I can do that.
I'm curious, nutrition for sure.
Yeah, everything. Tell us everything.
You probably did 80 grams of carbs an hour, probably.
I think I was closer to 100.
Okay.
I think.
I just thought because you were a smaller guy, maybe you were.
Yeah, I was practicing with gels and drink mix before. This is like completely new ball game. Like I said earlier, like I could get away or fake it in a half and not have to do anything. But before the race, I think 30 minutes before, I used SIS gels. So they're
the bicarb ones or whatever.
They're like the Science and Sport. So they're 40 grams of carbs.
Okay.
So
the bigger ones. They're slightly bigger.
Like,
yeah. I have those at home.
Yeah. So I used one of those before. And then I think I had 4 on me. So I took my first one at 4 miles, which was another 40 grams. And then at 8 miles, I had my first bottle, which was a double scoop of Tailwind, like the drink mix, which was close to 50 grams of carbs.
Can we pause for a second? Sorry. So what was your time again?
2:19:38.
2:19:38, and that just so that we have a perspective, in minutes per mile, what is that?
I think it was 5:19.
5:19 and 3:18 per kilometer.
5:19. So when you say 4 miles, that's basically 21 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So then that's okay. 8 miles, I had my first bottle, which is around 50 grams of carbs. So I got my own bottles in that race, which was nice.
Okay. Yeah. I was wondering, because you said bottles. So they had, like, because you were kind of elite.
I was in the elite field. Yeah.
Okay. So you would just show up to the table and they'd give you your bottle.
Yeah, they actually did a really good job. Like every bottle had a sticker on it that they printed out. I had a specific spot on, like, I was on table 7 on the left side of the table, the first spot. So I knew exactly where my bottle was. And they had them spread out really well. Because I've seen on some of the videos and like the New York City Marathon and stuff, like the tables are all touching and it's just chaos. Like, I don't get it. That's such a prestigious race. It would be chaotic because they're all running in a pack. How do you get your bottle?
It's crazy. Yeah. So this is bringing bad memories for me, because I was supposed to run this marathon where you pay extra, the marathon project, and you have your own water. Yeah, you have your own water bottle service. And I got extremely sick and I had like a high fever. And the day before, I was like, I still had hope that I would run. And I dropped off all my bottles, 6 bottles worth. And then I didn't run the next day. So my bottles are still in Phoenix somewhere.
You didn't even go get them. Yeah, I guess.
I was so sick. Anyway, so no, that's awesome that you had your own water bottles. Yeah. So what did you have in there?
It's Tailwind. Like it's
grams?
the company Tailwind. Yeah.
So you did 40, 50, and you did that again probably. And then
so then I took a gel kind of in between, because then I think at 11 miles, I took another gel, 40 again. And then 14 miles, I had my second bottle, which was actually the Morton drink mix with the caffeine.
Put some caffeine in there. Yeah,
cheat a little bit.
Yeah. And then ended up another gel, another drink. And then I think I had a gel in my pocket and I was like, well, I might as well just take it. So I took like half of it and then just like threw it out.
I thought you were gonna say the opposite. I thought you were gonna say like, I don't
Yes.
need it. I'm this close to the end.
So that's over 100. That's over 100 because the way my math, it comes up to about 260.
Yeah.
260 on 2 hours and 20. So that's
2 1/3. Yeah,
that's
it's
above
over
100.
110.
That's a lot, and no problem.
I actually stopped to pee during the race.
What?
Oh yeah. But
I
so that's really a hydration thing, though, eh?
yeah, like I don't know if it's just me not
With the
practicing
bowl.
enough or I didn't pee close enough to the start of the race.
Have
But
you
it was
ever
like,
had the feeling of having to pee in a half?
no.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because like for me, marathons, like almost the last 4 or 5 that I've run, I've had to pee. But the ones where I didn't have to pee were the ones where I peed like 5 times before the race, like right before. Like I don't know.
Okay.
It's a fine balance. Rob, you've done it though a couple times.
Yeah, I think I do most of my latest ones have been pee free. So I just track, monitor, blah blah blah, piss hard.
Was it at the
before.
beginning or in the middle?
36K.
At the end,
6K.
Yeah.
you didn't just keep running? Like you had like 2 minutes to run.
No, I was bad. Like,
Okay.
I lost.
Wow.
I stopped for like a total of 30 seconds, but my like 15 seconds after I got out of the porta potty, it was pretty fast. So I feel like I probably lost like 20 seconds or something like that.
Well, yeah, the
Yeah,
heart
yeah,
rate goes
so
down. You buy time for
yeah.
sure. You're buying
Yeah.
some of that time back.
Yeah, and I was like
But
I had just passed someone like 3 minutes before, and then the guy probably sees me pull into the porta potty, and then I passed him again like 5 minutes later. So I probably pissed
Oh,
off someone, but
he was doing a hard positive.
yeah.
So, wait, what did you go out race pace wise, and what did you said you thought you had 222 fitness?
Yeah, so my plan was to go 5:30s, which is exactly 224.
Wow.
So my first mile was 5:30, and then every other mile after that was just like 5:23, 5:24, and then I started running like 5:20, 5:18, and then at half I was 1:10:38. So I ran 109 flat for my second half.
You pulled a negative off in your first ever race.
Yeah.
so, but okay, but
Congrats.
that's amazing. But I guess to me, it's a product of you underestimated your fitness.
Yeah, exactly. Like I have no experience, right? So I
Yeah.
didn't know
Which
what I was.
most people tend to
Overestimate their
overestimate their
fitness.
fitness, and that's why they run positives.
So when
Yeah.
did you like? So at some point you just kept pushing. You're like, well, you know enough about running to know that I can push here, right?
Yeah, like that was probably before half. Like there was a group of people that I just decided to run with. They were going a little faster than what I wanted to go. Um, honestly, I was trying to catch them, but I was kind of alone. I ran most of the first half by myself, and then the second half, again, probably by myself, but like had people on my sight that I was passing. So that kind of kept me like mentally in check.
You could see them come slowly closer, or
Yeah,
how?
basically. Yeah.
Like basically, like every 10 minutes they'd get like 5 feet closer or something.
Yeah. There wasn't like a ton of people. I think I
Yeah,
was in the 50s or something, or the high 40s at halfway.
Oh,
Or
okay.
no,
And
maybe not halfway. Maybe at one of like the 15 or 20K marks.
and where did you finish?
15.
15th, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So yeah, so so it actually ended up being pretty well paced race. Like maybe you could have gone a bit faster at the beginning, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's a minute and a bit negative. It's
That also
pretty
tells you.
pretty close to perfect, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So how was the pain for the last 10K? You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah. That's what I was fearing the most, honestly. Like I knew I could get to halfway, I knew I could get to 30K. I had no idea what to expect for that last 10K. So I kind of just figured, well, I'll get there and figure it out once I pass that 30K mark. But I think it was really only the last like 6K that was really, really hard. My legs were just not moving as fast anymore. I was like holding the pace, but I wasn't speeding up.
Yeah, but that's like amazing to
That's
do
a
that in
win.
your first one. Like, I mean, did you talk to anyone or like get some kind of advice or on how to, because that to me is really, really amazing for your first marathon. Yeah. So did you talk to anyone about kind of strategy like that or?
Like, yes and no. Chatted with a couple people.
Yeah.
Nobody really gave me a game plan or anything like that. I kind of just came
Yeah.
up with it myself.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, like there's a couple people. I don't know if you've heard of him, like Tyler Dirksen. He lives in Australia now, but I talked to him a couple of times a
Yeah.
long time ago. A couple other people. Like I work at City Park Runners in the summer when I'm
Yeah.
not teaching. So there's people in there every single day. They're like, "Oh yeah, I ran like 100K last weekend." I'm like, "Okay, so what do I need to know about the marathon then?"
Yeah.
I'm only
I
running
think
less
I
than
think it's a I think it's a different ball game, but yeah.
yeah. I just have
You're
no experience for that. So
you're a real junkie, obviously, if you work at River Park Runners in the City Park Runners in the summer. That's awesome.
yeah.
Did we go over what type of gear you had, shoes and stuff?
I'm
Yeah,
not asking you.
I wore the A6 Men's Beat Sky Tokyos.
That's the shoes I have
Really?
today
My
for
number
my
four,
workout.
my number 4 ranked.
Really? What's your number one?
I'm not 100% sure, but it was my Alpha Fly 3s. But I think everyone's different. Like the Meta Speeds are good. They feel good too, but like now they're getting kind of old, so maybe that's why. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean this is the newest model. This is
Yeah.
the ones that came out this year. I'm
Oh,
also a
you were
huge shoe
you
nerd, so
oh,
yeah.
yeah.
How many total pairs of shoes do you have, Simon, that you rotate through?
Oh God.
Is it over 20?
Yeah, I was literally about to say it's probably 50.
Charlie, is that more or less than you? That's less
Well,
than you
so I've got 10 in the
in the
graveyard,
graveyard. Yeah. Okay.
and then I'm probably rotating about 10 right now. So yeah,
Okay,
pretty
it's about
close.
the same. I might
I
even
mean,
have
I just tried these Hoka Prime X's, and I don't know if it's because they're brand new, but they feel
The shoes you got in at the marathon project.
yes, they feel fast. So we'll see. I'm like considering using them in my next marathon. That's how
Yeah.
good they feel.
You were 42nd at the 10K. Then you
Oh, there you
climbed
go.
37, 36, 34 at the half, and then you just passed a ton of people in the last 10K. Your
Okay.
second half was the 10th fastest.
Yeah.
That's a
10th fastest. Wow. That's moving up.
yeah, you're passing people where it's tough to pass people. Like
Yeah.
it's not like doing a 4-hour marathon and doing a 2-minute negative, because then you're passing a million people. Like
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
still,
that's-
I would imagine that was giving you motivation there.
Exactly, like
seeing like
passed one person, saw the next couple people. I was like, okay, let's just slowly work on that guy and then pass the next one, pass the next one. Yeah.
so what's next? You said track, then you're gonna do the 10K.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry,
gonna
10K first.
yeah, I'll be like flipping around a little bit. So I guess that mile inside, end of February. And
Manitoba record, sub 4-minute mile.
3:59.
oh God, I don't know. I've been to Boston 3 times to try and break the 4-minute mile and came up short every time. So
Like
Wait,
the
is
mile,
there-
the road race
no,
that they have in
their
Boston.
indoor
or-
track is kind of has like a legendary status of being really fast, which it is.
Oh, okay.
But if I can't, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm not going to do it, but it'll be really hard because I'll probably be.
Yeah.
I'll try and get
Understood.
something.
Understood.
Yeah.
You can't
We'll
just
just make
run
fun of you if you
fast.
don't get it.
Yeah. But then April 19th is the Vancouver Sun Run. So I've done that one twice now and I'll go back.
The 10K.
Oh, with the Sedines.
Yeah, I think they ran. Yeah.
Yeah, they ran like 38 and
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah. And
They
then
ran sub 40. I know that.
I think I'll do, well, I signed up for it. The Canadian Road 10K Champs. They're in Ottawa, end of May.
Okay.
And then maybe run a couple of 1500s on the track, see where that takes me, and then start a marathon block early August, probably.
They're 15 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, like I think I did 10 for Indianapolis, and it took I like shot up really fast. So I think if I did 12, I would have to build my mileage a little slower. But I was kind of rushed last fall because I was just racing the 15 and then right into marathon. But I think I'll try and do 12 weeks. I'll just count backwards from the marathon and do 12 weeks from there.
Okay. Hey, I like getting people fired up about running on this show. You said earlier you really like the long distance. What fires you up? What motivates you? Why do you like it so much?
I don't know, honestly. I like being the best version of myself, I guess. I don't know. Kind of sounds cliche, but
No, it's
I do like
awesome.
competing a lot too. I've competed a lot on track, and it kind of gets me a little nervous, and I have high expectations. So maybe that's partially why I'm leaning more towards road races. To me, they don't make me nervous at all. Like road racing doesn't make me nervous like a track race does. I guess there's more room for error because the race is so much longer. But yeah, I just like competing and trying to break records and be my personal best.
Do you feel that maybe the actual execution decisions are kind of more spread out and less burdensome in a road race than a track? Like in a track, if you don't cut, if you don't pass, if you don't, like, every decision is amplified so much. One, because it's shorter, and two, because, well, I guess most because it's shorter. But the road, it's like you're doing a half marathon. If you doze out for a bit and you do a half kilometer where you're a tad below the
If
pace,
you have to go for a piss in the
or you have to go for a
potty,
piss, you just
like,
kind of get
it's
back
not the
at
end
it.
of the world,
It's
right?
not the end of the world.
Yeah, like track, everything is just like needs to be perfect. Basically, it needs to be a perfect. I guess it's the same for road racing, but
Yeah, but
my
you could
race
PB a road race. You could PB a road race, a 10K or a half, a full. You could PB a marathon by screwing up multiple times some
exactly.
decisions.
Well, until you bring that thing right down where you have to be perfect, or you get older, like me and you, and you have to be. That's what I feel. I feel like for the marathon, like I just need to be perfect.
That's what I'm saying with track. Like I feel like I've hit my potential, and I feel like I still have some space, a lot of space left on the roads
And
to
then in
improve.
your full, you'll do ultras and backyards and stuff.
I'm good.
No interest?
I actually recently got a message from like the ultra marathon people asking if I want to do a 50K.
At Falcon?
Uh,
Which one?
the world championship 50K.
Oh, dude, go to
But
that.
Like on the road, would it be a road 50K?
yeah,
Or?
it's in New Delhi, but it's in March, and I can't with school. But
Really? Okay,
doing
you got
50K to
invited.
me sounds crazy. I don't think so.
No,
Because I
you
mean,
just go. You just go 2 or 3 seconds a mile slower, and then you're good.
Yeah,
or
I don't
6.
know. I'll stick to the marathon for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
New
Do you
Delhi
like marathons?
might be hot. Might be hot though in March.
Yeah, with my job and that, I'm not feeling nearly as fit as I was before, which is okay. I'm just not kind of in that kind of training right now, so I wouldn't be ready for it.
Charlie, do you want to ask? I know we're way over an hour here. Do you want to ask him anything about training or anything else you want to ask him, Charlie?
Curious how you manage your nutrition while you're training.
Like, well,
Like,
I just try
how do you decide what you eat?
my girlfriend helps a lot with that. So
Okay, oh, that's good. Yeah.
she helps a lot. Before she moved in, I would just eat the most basic meals like rice and chicken or just pasta. Now they're
Yeah.
a lot more in depth, which is good. Um, but I just try and eat healthy, very simple carbs,
Yeah.
carb heavy before, protein after. I don't really think too much about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And obviously you fuel for your long runs.
Yeah, I got to experience that for the first time in the block, and finally using gels. Like I had never had a gel until this year. So that's a whole new ball game. Thinking about it now, I feel like if I would have known all this stuff when I was running at university, it would have helped so much. But yeah, I mean, live and you learn. But
So curious your opinion on this. I know we're over, but a couple of years ago, I saw like that 5K. There was a 5K race at the World Championships on track I think it was in Oregon. And
I know what
what's
you're
his
gonna
name?
say.
Yeah, he went and grabbed water at the table. Like I was like, does that make sense? Like I was curious about what made him go do that. Like, does that actually make sense to go grab water in a 5K race on the track or no?
I was actually at that race.
You were okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think it was like 36 degrees out or something.
It was so hot. That's why. Yeah, okay.
It's probably just to cool him down, but also he's obviously a master at what he does, but he's also very good at getting into people's heads. So it's probably some kind of psychological thing too.
Well, I noticed they followed him. Some of them followed
Yeah,
him.
so he did it, and then on the next lap, like 3 other guys did it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. He's really good at that psychological kind of warfare, I guess you could say.
Tiger Woods.
He's a bit of he's like a Tiger Woods of 1,500 meters.
How about just last question, just 1 or 2 tips for anyone out there who's listening that isn't maybe doing the mileage you're doing, but they're trying to get into it. They want to do a PB this year. They're not doing the pace you're doing, but they're everyday listeners.
Don't get so caught up on the number of miles you do. Like I probably ran 80 miles a week on average and ran 219. You can't forget about the speed work. So I feel like speed work is extremely important. Even if you've never done it before, go to a track, go do 800, 400 repeats. The best in the world in the marathon do 400-meter repeats. So there's a reason people do it. It's going to help you a lot.
I love that. That's kind of what we've been figuring out here over the last year. I only started track last summer and last year. And it's been so fun. Like I talk about it a lot on the podcast, how much I love it. Mm-hmm. It is fun. Don't get injured, but it is fun.
Yeah. Like it seems like it's not gonna be... What's that? Sorry?
Have you ever had big injuries? Sorry, and then I'll let you ask yours, Charlie.
I got a stress fracture in my foot in high school, but I've been lucky enough to not be like kind of out of running for a long time. So try and stay on top of it.
And sorry, Charlie, you were going to say?
No. I just remember reading about the Finnish guy who, I think he won like 2 Olympics in a row. His workouts were just like 42 by 400s or something like that. He would do like 40 by 400.
That was like back in the
like in the 30s. I forget his name, but
it wasn't Pablo Nurmi. It was
That's I think who I was thinking, but I think it's the guy before that.
Yeah,
it's a Polish guy, maybe. Anyways,
they did some weird stuff. Like I know there's a story about one of them drinking like reindeer blood or something to improve their running. Like there's some crazy stuff that has been done in running.
Hennes Kulamainen from Finland? Is that him? No.
Don't
Mary Iso Hollow? Paavo Nurmi.
No.
That's all I got. ChatGPT, it's all they gave me.
He might be from Poland. I'm not sure.
Well, that doesn't help me because I put Finnish.
Yeah,
I have heard about that though. People doing
like 40 by like 50 400s.
Yeah.
I just love it so much because like you can see the progress on the clock on your watch every week. Like it's like you feel good about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is like an illusion in my head, but I feel like, let's say I do speed work and I haven't done it in a while and I start doing speed work again. And then like the weeks after, I feel like my like tempo pace, like my marathon pace feels easier. Like, but like I don't know if it's just like mental or if it's actual.
I mean, it could be both. Like I feel like if you're touching that pace that's faster than your marathon pace, quite often, then should feel easier to run marathon pace just because you've had that stimulus of running faster before. So maybe that's what you're feeling. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, no, it's feeling good right now. So like
Yeah.
I'm doing once a week speed, once a week tempo, and then
Yeah, it's good to have a variety of things. Like don't also, if I have another tip, I guess, don't always do the same thing. Like you want a variety. Like I'll do 20-mile long run and then I'll do 20 by 400 on the track or something like that. So you need to kind of touch every system.
20 by 400. That
sounds brutal.
something.
It sounds brutal.
That is something.
So fun.
I love it. Okay, well over an hour here. We'll wrap it up. I do appreciate you coming on, Simon. It was just awesome to chat with you. Another Franco-Manitoban. Crazy that you work with some of the guys that we run. It's a small community and very, very proud ambassador of the French community you are. So thank you for everything you do, for running, your family, all of it. We're going to follow you. We can't wait to see you break 4 minutes, maybe at the mile race. And can't wait to see what you can do at all the other stuff. So congrats on a great debut. We got your back. Friend of the pod. Thanks for coming on. And awesome. Remember, guys, Simon said it. More miles, less pace. Let's go.
Yeah.
I think you said the opposite.
I said the opposite.
Did you say the opposite? Oh, I should probably don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that. I didn't even plug, so I'll do that. I haven't stopped recording yet. So don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. And Simon said, less miles, more pace.
Exactly.